Hello friends, this is Terry with your Supermoon Capricorn Full Moon Report for July 13th at 11:37 a.m. in the Pacific Northwest. Times may vary depending where you live. And I just want to welcome some new faces here. I've been growing this channel little by little, and so I know there are some new people here. And I also wanted to let you know that every month we do a full moon astrology chart giveaway. I'm going to do this every full moon until I reach 1,000 subscribers. And all you have to do to enter is like, subscribe, and leave a comment below so I can see you're here, and then you will be entered to win. And this month on this supermoon Capricorn, Karen Sipes has just won a free astrology chart reading. And I know Karen, it seems like most of my subscribers right now are my good friends and Reiki students and clients. And Karen just had her birthday. She is a Cancer, so the stars aligned for her to win. And Karen, I think I might have done your chart before, but if you can just send me again your time of birth and your location, just so that you could just email that to me or PM me. And we just had that Cancer new moon. We are deep in the Cancer season, which I love so much. I love Cancers. Love Cancer so much I married one. And then my son is also a Cancer, and my dog is a Cancer, and my dad is a Cancer. I have so many Cancer friends. I love Cancers. But this Cancer season, this Cancer new moon has really been calling us home to do the self-care, to clean up our houses. Maybe you're fixing up your house. This is a really good time. I've been doing so much decluttering and just going through all of my stuff during this Cancer new moon and seeing if there's anything I can let go of, if there's anything in my house that doesn't serve me anymore. As I live in a pretty small house and I like to keep it very zen and minimalist, but you know, things seem to accumulate, and so I'm getting rid of a lot of things. And I'm thinking, speaking of getting rid of a lot of things, I'm going to do a giveaway of this beautiful red fire carnelian for the Lionsgate Portal. And that is another reading I'm going to do. When I finish this reading, I'm going to do another reading on the Lionsgate Portal, because today is the 4th of July and we are just entering that SIRIUS Star gateway, which will lead us to the August 8th Lionsgate Portal. This is the most energy, the best time for manifesting. This energy is rising up. You can get these incredible energetic downloads. And I am celebrating the Lionsgate Portal this year by teaching Reiki at Unity. I'll be teaching my Reiki Level 1 Reiki for Abundance class at Unity Center in Bend on August 6th. Just 2 days before the Lionsgate Portal. This is such an auspicious time to receive a Reiki attunement, to open up your heart center, to connect with the heart of the lion in Leo. We'll be moving into Leo season in August. And I've taught a Reiki for Abundance class on the Lionsgate Portal now for 10 years, and I just love it. People have these profound results and transformative 21-day cycles after taking this class. And everybody who comes to my Lionsgate Reiki for Abundance at Unity will get my new book signed and Reiki'd by me and given to you. And so I really hope to see you there. And somebody on the Lionsgate on August 8th, I'm going to do a live that's the actual date of the Lionsgate is Monday, August 8th. And Monday, August 8th at noon, right here on YouTube, I'll be doing a live with a Lionsgate Reiki activation where you can connect with this potent energy. And on that day, I'm going to give away this red fire carnelian, and just leave a comment here, or you can also leave a comment on my Lionsgate video. You can double up, leave as many. For every comment you leave, you get another little piece of paper that goes into my singing bowl, and I ring the singing bowl and I draw a piece of paper. We're out in the forest today, so I didn't bring my singing bowl out to pull the paper. I just pulled it before I left the home today. I didn't want to lug my brass bowl. Gets really heavy on these long mountain hikes. But anyway, anyway, somebody is going to receive this magical red fire carnelian that is so good for manifesting love and abundance. Enough about the Lionsgate. I'll save the rest of that for my Lionsgate video. Let's get back to the super moon Capricorn. And the Capricorn is that goat who's climbing the mountain cliffs. So I just had to get out to the mountains today. I think hopefully you can see the mountain behind me. We're here in the mountains of Central Oregon, Mount Bachelor, and the Three Sisters, and all these beautiful lakes. And that Capricorn mountain goat energy has us feeling very goal-oriented right now, and we may be willing to really work for the things we want to have in our lives right now. But don't get discouraged if the results aren't showing up instantly this month. This is not an instant gratification. This is the mountain goat slowly climbing to the top of the mountain. And it takes time, patience, and perseverance to get to the top of a mountain. And that is the lesson this supermoon in Capricorn wants to teach us. And I've been personally just busy as a bee, working away, doing so many massages, so many astrology charts, and I'm starting to record my Reiki book in the Audible. I've been setting up a home studio, and I just feel all the energy of this summer and going into this Lionsgate portal. This is the time to get her done. You know, make hay while the sun shines, they say. The energy is its most potent coming right off that summer solstice. We've got all these long days and long nights, and we can really accomplish so much right now. And it reminds me of when I used to work in a busy restaurant, and you're just working and working and working, and there's no time to count your tips. And I think of that song, I think it's The Gambler, where he says, there's no time, you know, don't count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough to count it when the deal is done. You know, you just got to work right now, and then we'll count the money later. And then when we go into the fall and winter, we can have a more relaxed time. And when we get into that Virgo season, that's a really good time to do your accounting. But right now, it's just that go for it energy of summer. And this Capricorn supermoon really has us wanting to work hard and accumulate the wealth and go for getting the money, getting paid. And then Mercury just left Gemini. Remember last month I was saying Mercury in Gemini was that best time to publish your book, to launch your podcast, to communicate. And I'm really sad to see Mercury leaving Gemini now, because it's such a great time for communications. Mercury's now moving into Cancer, where Mercury, that rules the mind, has us thinking about our homes and our security and our insecurities, and it's just a much more pulling the energy back inward when Mercury goes into Cancer. Mercury's not always super comfortable in Cancer. Mercury loves to be very outwardly expressive, and Cancer is quiet and shy, and so this is a different energy for Mercury. It's a kind of slowing down of the creative forces. And then Mars has just left Aries to move into Taurus, which is kind of good news. Mars is exalted in Aries. You know, Mars is right at home in Aries as that warrior, but there could be a lot of anger, and, you know, the energy is high and ambitious, but it's also running into walls and just going for it without thinking it through. So now Mars is entering Taurus, and this may just slow down some of that war that we're seeing in Ukraine. Hopefully things will just start to calm down, because Taurus, again, is a slower energy. And we are leaving Mercury in Gemini, which was air, and Mars in Aries, fire. That fire and air was very fast-moving, fast-thinking, go, 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 go kind of energy. And now Mercury moving into Cancer, water, and Aries moving into Taurus, which is earth. We've got water and earth making mud. And so we're slowing down. We're putting our feet in the muddy earth, and we're earthing, and we're rooting down, and we're grounding. And it reminds me of the 9-star key, because in the 9-star key, which is another kind of astrology I do, I've separated those videos into separate 9-star key videos, but all of 2022 is this moist soil star earth. 2022 is basically the year of mud, you know, and this, with Mercury and Aries moving into earth and water, we're seeing more of this mud. And where I live in the Pacific Northwest, we've had so much rain, and I'm recording this at the lake, but it's also become sort of a marsh right now where we're sitting, and everything is so moist soil, but that is so much better than fire. I'll take rain and mud all summer long over wildfires any day of the year. And we also have Sun in Cancer right now that is sextile to Uranus in Taurus on July 9th. And that's happening just before this full moon of July 13th. And this is a super sexy kind of, I love sextiles. Sextiles and trines all day long. Those are good aspects, right? Those are the more positive astrological aspects. And I don't always think of Capricorn as being like the sexiest astrology sign, because they're such hardworking goats, you know, they're just climbing to the top of the mountain. But this Sun in Cancer, sextile Uranus and Taurus can have unexpected situations where you just might meet the love of your life, or just go on a romantic, you know, adventure of some sort. And the moon, this moon is wanting you to just try something fun and new. Try some new adventure. If you've never gone rock climbing, this would be a great full moon to do rock climbing. Or maybe you just want freedom from your work responsibilities. Like I said, it's a kind of a contrast to that working so hard Capricorn. But now Sun Sextile Uranus and Taurus just wants to take off and go to the beach and play hooky. And I see lots of people calling in sick from work, and it's actually more like you're calling in because you feel so good. It's like I'm calling in because I feel too good to work today. And you might just want to go on some kind of exciting adventure with your loved ones. You may be inspired by just a flash of insight. Uranus is a really good time for inventing something new or feeling an energetic download. This just goes so well with that Lionsgate, that SIRIUS Gateway energy download. And you'll be having these otherworldly dreams on this supermoon. And remember, Uranus rules aliens as well. So when we have this Sun Sextile Uranus, you might even just get beamed up by an alien spaceship, and then try telling your boss that excuse. But I feel like these strong Uranus, we've been having so many strong Uranus aspects, always give me this sensation of deja vu. Like when you meet someone and you're like, I feel like I've known you before, or just feeling like you walk into the kitchen and it's like, I feel like I've done this exact thing before, or I've been in this life before. I don't know. That's just me. But this Sun is also a good time for communicating brave new ideas, and your creativity will be blowing up with this sextile to Uranus and Taurus. So doing a lot of creative, writing poetry, getting out the paintbrushes, or just coloring. Coloring can be so relaxing too. You will crave some kind of unusual excitement at this time with this aspect, and try not to throw away your whole life or quit your job over this aspect. It's only going to be here for this supermoon, but the changes that you make during this time can last a lifetime. And I was reading this story of a woman who was having this Sun-Uranus sextile, and then she was driving down the road and she got a flat tire. She pulled over. She met this man who was like the love of her life. The only problem is she was already married with a family, and she was a doctor. But she, in one spark during this Sun sextile Uranus transit that she was having, she just threw away her whole life. She quit her job as a doctor, she divorced her husband, she left her kids, and she just ran off with this man and traveled the world. And it sounds kind of fun, but it might be a little crazy. I don't think that's not my personality. I would never do that. But so just, have the idea, but maybe don't throw away your whole life at a spark or, craving some kind of excitement or freedom, because you may later regret that you made some huge change or you quit your job during this sextile. So I would say feel the feelings, but don't act on it. And then we also have Venus and Gemini trining the Saturn in Aquarius transit right now. And this is really a great time for socializing. When Venus is in Gemini, she loves to have friends and go out and socialize. And Venus trine Saturn. Saturn is about those karmic lessons, but Saturn in Aquarius is a little more friendly too. So this can be kind of climbing the social ladder, going to a party and meeting people who may actually support your business or move you forward somehow socially. And there is always opportunities when you have a trine. And the Venus trine to Saturn can be like these karmic opportunities where you just meet somebody who takes you in a different direction on a different path that is going to lead you to these deep soul lessons, especially if you have, anywhere, if this is transiting anywhere that you have planets in Aquarius or Gemini, or especially for Aquarius and Gemini, you might just be led on a new karmic path that comes through socializing, that comes through meeting people at gatherings and things. So just be open and for any opportunities to show up in unusual ways to advance your business, to advance your social status with this supermoon in Capricorn. And then we also have Venus, Gemini, squaring Neptune in Pisces on July 14th, the day after the supermoon. And be careful now in these new relationships and new friendships that have been started, because there may just be an element of deceit with that Neptune in Pisces. Remember, that's that Alice in Wonderland, confusing times. And so if you've fallen madly in love, you might be just wiping the dust out of your eyes and realizing this person isn't the Prince Charming that you thought they were. And beware of putting people up on pedestals and thinking they are something more than they are. And you might not be seeing them for who they really are. And so I wouldn't elope or get married under this Venus Gemini squaring. Remember, squares are obstacles, squares are struggles. And so Venus squaring Neptune in Pisces is kind of a romantic square that causes tension, confusion. And I like to think of that Maya Angelou quote that helped me a lot when I was single, when she said, "When people show you who they are, you got to believe them the first time." And then on July 16th, we have Mercury in Cancer conjunct the Sun in Cancer. And so remember, whenever the Sun conjuncts a sign, it really lights it up and it just intensifies the energy. And Mercury in Cancer has us going more inward mentally, pulling our energy back in and wanting to mentally tune everything out. So this is a time to turn off your TV, turn off the news, unplug from social media, and go within. This is a better time for a meditation, or maybe doing a silent retreat would be just beautiful right now, or getting out into nature and just going on a hike and listening to the sounds of the birds and the crickets and taking that in instead of taking in all the propaganda and the podcasts and the things going on in our world. It's just too much for the Mercury in Cancer, for the mental mind that just wants to quiet And this is a really good summer to go on a social media diet. I know I'm kind of pulling back and cutting off a little bit from social media and I do Facebook groups and everything, and I haven't even been on my own Facebook group in weeks. It's so bad. But it's time to go home again, and this time it's mentally. Mercury is mental. Our mind in Cancer wants to go home to our true self, to listen to our own inner voice for guidance. So take some time to go within, do that deep soul searching, listen to your inner wisdom, or at least clean out your sock drawer. This is a time to just tune out the rest of the world and get clear in your own life, in your own mind, in your own home with Cancer. And I want to read the Sabian symbol for this powerful Capricorn supermoon at 22 degrees, which the Sabian symbol says, by accepting defeat gracefully, a general reveals nobility of character and the realization that one may grow through defeat as well as, and perhaps even more than, through success. While the preceding symbol referred to the drive towards success, Capricorn is all about that drive towards success in culturally organized collective endeavors. This symbol presents us with the possibility of turning an apparent external defeat into an inner spiritual achievement of grace. And we have seen how totally vanquished nations have leaped forward and achieved great economic success. And much of it depends on the quality of the will and the inner integrity of the person. I totally can't help thinking about Ukraine here, which is having so much defeat right now, but still having the love of our collective consciousness, all of us supporting Ukraine, even as they are in the face of defeat. And the great sinner can become the most renowned saint, and a medieval pope can become a criminal. So things are not always as they seem, and that's why it's a good time to tune out all the external noise and go within and find the inner strength. The key note of this Sabian symbol is finding inner strength in times of peril. And this is all about karma too, because Capricorn, of course, ruled by Saturn, knows all about karmic life lessons. So many of us will be going through some karmic life lessons with this Capricorn supermoon. And I'm sitting here in the forest right now. We're surrounded by ants. And talk about the most hard-working. Ants really remind me of this supermoon and Capricorn energy, because ants can lift these giant leaves. They could pick up a rubber tree plant or whatever. They can just go and they're just gonna work no matter what's going on. They are hard working, and they really symbolize that inner strength. And ants seem like, how could they possibly get it all done? But they do. They move mountains with their little ants collectively working together. They progress in these incredible ways. So be like the ant this month. Just work hard. Don't worry about the rewards right away. This isn't a good month for like, oh, I made so much money. This is more like, I did so much work. The real work to get things going. I think the ant just went across the camera lens, which is so funny as I was talking about it. So just be like that hard-working ant and just keep going, and you will reap rewards eventually. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for my next Lionsgate Portal video.